What's happening, so fam? So I just got a new tarot deck. I think it might be my Pokemon tarot deck. So let's crack this big boy open. Alright, so fam, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive into this Pokemon tarot. Don't forget to give me a like, give me a follow, comment below what your thoughts on this tarot deck are all about, because I want to hear those vibes, you know what I mean? And don't forget to press that little notification bell at the bottom of this page right here so you can stay on tune with everything that we release. Also, if you're looking for a great community where we dive more into like these kinds of esoteric concepts, energy healing, other tarot, go ahead and check out my Patreon. A link is going to be in the description below. Or if you feel like you need some coaching, you can definitely set up sessions with me to do one-on-one coaching on anything that you're looking for, shamanism, psychic abilities, and more. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So the box is pretty cute. Like, to be 100% fair, like the box was a little bit damaged, but I just think it was the mail. Like I said, like if you know me, I really don't care about the box all that much. I think I only pull out the box when I'm gonna go travel. But, you know, it is a small little company. It's a family-owned little shop. So, yeah, you know what I mean? The box is not the most important part. But we're going to leave it right there. Check them out. Ooh, so if you don't know anything about Pokemon, this is Mewtwo. Alright? And what's actually quite interesting about these cards is, like, you see these vibes? They look like they're kind of dirty. Like they've been used for a really long time. When I first got it, I was just like, oh my god, did she send me like some nasty ass deck? I was like, ew, when I was just sitting there. But then when I looked, one of the things I was paying attention to is here, right? You can see it's in the same area. So it's obviously part of the design. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool because it's kind of like an illusionary aspect. Because Pokemon is, you know, it's not super new, but I mean, it's newer-ish. So maybe somebody who has a bias towards Pokemon may see this and be like, ew, like, this tarot can't tell me anything divine, right? But it's basically your connection with the deck that really allows you to tap into more stuff. So these are just the major arcanas. This is not a full deck, which is kind of like a bummer, but at the same time, it is pretty cool because you can still do tarot with the major arcana. You don't need a full deck. The full deck is pretty much just for extra detail, but like this would be perfect for on the go. Like I would definitely, this is gonna be the deck that I take with me everywhere. Like I'm just gonna leave it in my bag, and if somebody's like, I need a tarot reading, but bam, I got some Pokemon tarot, okay? So we're gonna flip it over. The Devil. Alright. I really did think this was cool because this Pokemon lives in another dimension all by itself and it's super dark. And when technically at the end of the series he ends up living with this other guy who really hated planet Earth. So like the Devil kind of like really makes sense in this. And also like positive and like male and female with the Nidorinos and Nidorinas. Really cool. Jirachi the Empress making wishes, right? And like if you're somebody like me who I grew up with Pokemon, all right, so I got all the vibes for Pokemon, okay? I know what these Pokemon do, I know where they're at, so then it kind of gives you like a little bit of a more powerful vibe of reading it versus regular tarot. For instance, Gardevoir, right? Like these two are psychic Pokemon. The lovers is like this psychic connection with this like spiritual deity. Like when you're connected in love, you will reach godliness, right? The Fool, which is definitely the vibes that are coming out with this one, and they're happy too. The Tower, if you played the video game, this is the haunted tower where you go and there's a bunch of like ghosts in there and it's kind of like really hard to get out of there. So you definitely will vibe with this if you're a Pokemon fan. And it's got newer Pokemon as well. This is another good one that you could read differently because you can hit your royalty and your divinity when you balance, you know, like the positive and the negative. And these are two dragons, so then you can even look at this and be like, okay, well, the dragon totem means XYZ. You could even look up what the Pokemon special abilities are and create your new like more advanced interpretations. Meowth, the Emperor, Wheel of Fortune, Judgment. Let me do that. Judgment. The Sun. I think this is gonna be one of my favorites since this is like my card. The Sun, and I love the fact that there's a Pokemon that literally has the sun, and then there's a sunflower like the other ones. What is it? Lillaby? I can't remember its name. But Ponyta, like, you got all that fire energy, you know what I mean? Like, you can really pull out some good imagery. The Magician has got to be like the coolest one, obviously. Alakazam Mega version, I believe. The Star. Death. The World. Strength. The Moon. The Hangman. Temperance. And that's it. That's the full deck right there, okay? I already tested it out, so I know it's accurate. And that's one of the things that I like to do in these tarot reviews is like I will test out the deck. I don't care about how pretty it looks. Like, I think so far out of all the decks that I've reviewed this year, there was only one where I was like, holy crap, this is like the worst deck I've ever experienced in my life. Like, and I even ended up returning it because it was so bad. Okay, so like you really do have to test your tarot cards. Just because they're designed out of a tarot template doesn't always mean that they're accurate, right? Because the person who's creating the spiritual device is also one of the ingredients that creates like the magicness of the cards. So like if the person was doing it in happiness and like, wow, like this is something I've always wanted to do, and they're giving that kind of energy in there, or even I was watching this show about Versace, and like he used to do his art while his significant other was like having sex with another person in the room, and he would like create sexy clothes because he always had sexuality around him, you know what I mean? So like when it comes to like creating tarot decks, there's these components that a lot of people don't know about. Like, these are spiritual devices. You need to still be able to like make sure that they're spiritually sound before you use them. That's why when you have certain tarot decks are better than others in terms of like your natural draw to use them. Okay, I did test this one, but we're gonna test it again. Okay, what is something that everyone watching this video right now should focus on in their present timeline? Okay, well, have patience and remember that everything is diligence, because slow but steady effort is the key to all success. You have a lot of abundance that's coming your way, especially when you connect to the powers of Venus. And when you connect to Venus, like, you're basically saying that you're patiently waiting in love while you're sustaining the patience with love, and it's like a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's a lot of magic here. There is a lot of magic here that's going to be reaped, and sometimes when you're tapping into this level of magic that the devil usually talks about, you're usually kind of like, whoa, like, I don't even know what to believe anymore, right? And like, the more powerful you grow, like, you need to use that temperance to kind of like balance what's coming at you in this esoteric higher vibration. Until you learn how to do that, that's going to be the issue to what is holding you back. So like, the patience right now that's needed is to learn. It's like a learning curve, and that's the problem to attaining what you're looking for right now. So listen to your intuition, connect to your subconscious, and maintain strength. Okay, so as you can see, you can still do some really, really good readings with this. So yeah, I like them. I think they're cool. I would use them. They mean a lot to me in terms of Pokemon. Were they pricey? Absolutely. But again, they are a novelty deck. So unless you're into tarot the way, like, serious tarot people are, this deck might not be for you. It's definitely not for beginners. Even though a beginner could take this and learn a lot about tarot, you still wouldn't learn the other half of the deck, which is like the other 50 something cards that are in the deck themselves. So this deck did range about $90 plus shipping. So yeah, so it's like 95-ish if you're gonna buy it online. So and especially for the major arcana, that is pretty pricey. Because a whole deck can cost you like $45, like more if it's like it's out of stock, you know, and they're not being reprinted. But for a major arcana deck, it is kind of expensive, but you are trading the price for the fact that you have a set of cards that you're not going to find anywhere else. Like, these are not like mass produced cards. And if you're a collector and you're one of those people that's like, I gotta have that tarot deck that nobody uses, like nobody, I will never run into another tarot reader that's got this deck unless they were guided to by the universe to this deck to purchase it, right? So if you're one of those people, then okay, great, amazing, awesome. Like that's what I would really recommend to you guys, particularly, is to buy it, especially if you love Pokemon. If that's the kind of vibe that you're into, then buy it, get it. But yeah, it might not be feasible for everyone. So I do like it. I feel like I want to give these ratings from now on. I would give this one like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, honestly. Just because of the cool stuff, and just the fact that the Pokemon storyline has such a deep character line. That's what makes this particular deck worth it. Like other custom decks that would have had like a feature like this where it's like $90 just for the, the major arcana, I probably would have said no. But like, each Pokemon has its own characteristics, like Vaporeon and Arcanine, I believe that's what it is. Fire and water, you know what I mean? You need strength to balance like something that's going on right now at a greater scale. And then you can add basically details from each Pokemon that you really like and you connect with, and add more of a sense of like unity to these. Like Rayquaza, for instance, is a god Pokemon. Tauros, strength. Mew, psychic abilities, more strength. Electricity. So this vibration is kind of like saying things are coming together as long as you stay fully connected with your God self. You know what I mean? The world is going to continue to rotate around you as long as you continue to maintain your own spiritual focus. Now you get that because this is a psychic Pokemon. That's like third eye, right? This is an air kind of Pokemon. That's the solar plexus 3 and 6, right? These are like fighting Pokemon that are more earthly, an electric Pokemon. And I think this is a normal Pokemon as well. So like balancing the aspects of the outer world with your inner mind to create what you're looking for. Like everything else will revolve around you, and you can pull out that kind of vibe where another deck, like even the world in a regular tarot deck doesn't have that level of interpretation, because the characters on the world in a separate tarot deck don't have such a developed storyline. You know what I mean? So that's what really makes this deck, particularly for the price, the theme, and everything, it is worth it 100%. If you're into Pokemon and you already know a lot about the Pokemon universe. So yeah, that is our little tarot review for today. Thank you so much for watching. You'll be able to find a link to this in the tarot course. So just go ahead and click on that. If you're looking to learn tarot, check out that tarot course. I'm going to be teaching you all the spreads that I've learned across my lifetime, the ones that I use for clients, the ones that I use for myself, and giving you all the resources as to finding all the different kinds of decks that I have, all the books that I use, all the cloths and all that other stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's always happening there. I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for watching this. Press subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on this deck, and I'll see you in the next episode.